But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue. I don't want to have to make that decision. Good evening, everyone. It is 6:20 on Friday the 6th of June. I actually don't know why I give you the date and time at the start of my vlogs, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue doing it because I feel like it's such a habit now that I just can't break. I also think I'm wearing the same top and jumper combo that I was wearing in my last vlog, but we are still in the thick of putting our money towards things other than my wardrobe, as much as I would love to. But we're nearly at the end of it. So hopefully new clothes in my not so distant future. I am absolutely starving. I've made myself a piece of toast, which I'm about to put butter and pate and a bit of sea salt on at the moment. It's a little bit of a obsession of mine and Ben at the moment to have like pate as a snack. I don't know what started it, but we're running with it. And I got this really yummy pate from Harris Farm last weekend. It's this one. I don't really know if like pate is a thing for many people, whether they enjoy it or not, but it's actually very Vietnamese. So I grew up eating pate when I was quite young, just because of the French influence in Vietnam, and my mum, like, because of that influence, she loves all things French, and so something that I became quite used to very early on. Anyway, I am rambling. What was I saying? I got my nails done. I got chrome nails, which is something I've never actually had done before. I don't like to do things as they are popular. I don't know why. I just have this stigma against it. So I wait until they're less popular and then I do it. Like, someone explained that mentality to me. Sorry, you can probably hear the knife scraping on my toast. But that took me 2 hours to get my nails done. It is always so busy, but to be honest, I would rather get it done before the weekend begins than dedicate a huge chunk of my weekend to getting my nails done. So I always kind of try to do it on a Friday afternoon. And so I end up stuck there for a couple of hours. Anyway, absolutely starving. As I said, just got back home. I'm going to tidy up after the mayhem that is my week with Bella, and then I'm going to head to Ben's this evening as per usual routine. No idea what we're doing for dinner. I'm hoping he has some sort of craving or something in mind. I don't really care what we have. I don't care if it's healthy, I don't care if it's unhealthy. I just want him to have decided for me, because I don't want to have to make that decision. I always end up panicking and stressed out because whenever dinner is up to me to decide, unless I have like a proper craving, I would rather have someone pick what I eat for me. It just is one less thing that I need to decide in my day. It's also the long weekend, another long weekend this weekend. We had one last weekend and now we've got another one this weekend, but I think it's the last long weekend until like October. So we've got to make it, we've got to savor it. Having said that, I don't think we've actually got anything planned. We've not discussed anything anyway. We'll see if we end up getting bored. We'll see if we end up getting bored in Canberra and maybe venture out for a day trip, although Ben's had a crazy week at work this week. It was a short week and everything that could possibly happen at work for him seemed to have happened. So maybe he just wants to relax this weekend. I don't know. I'll go with the flow. I'm heading to Sydney for the day next weekend with one of my girlfriends for a floral arranging workshop, which I am so excited for. There's a floristry school in Sydney that looks pretty bougie, and they offer like day courses. So we're going to go to Sydney next weekend, like I said, just on the Saturday. So I'm not too fussed if we end up out of town this weekend, because I think I'll kind of get that fix of just getting out of Canberra next weekend. But anyway, I am going to eat my toast. Yummy. It's just on sourdough, but it's honestly so delicious. I am so much more of a savory person than I am a sweet person, and so these kind of snacks really hit the spot. Anyway, and then I've got to tidy up my house because Bella was also unwell this week. She had a bit of a weird vomiting bug, which sounds disgusting, but thankfully this bug was quite tame. She kind of, and not to give out way too much detail, but she kind of had like a vomit once a day, every day for the part since Wednesday. Was it since Wednesday? Must have been. Anyway, and it's not been, and again, too much information, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's not been like big vomits either. It's not even been like the entire contents of her stomach. It's been very strange. And otherwise, apart from the one vomit a day, she's been completely fine. She's had her appetite. She's not had a fever, not had any body aches and pains except for like tummy cramping every so often. But yeah, she's been completely fine. It's quite baffling. But she's at her dad's now. He's going to monitor her over the weekend, and we're just going to see how she goes. Obviously, if it gets worse, he's going to take her to emergency, but we suspect that it might be the result of her having been on antibiotics 2 weeks ago. A week ago? I think it was actually a week ago. I don't know. I can't keep up. Anyway, she was on antibiotics because she had a sty. And I think the doctor kind of overprescribed the antibiotics. She had topical and oral. And so we're thinking that maybe it's kind of messed with her gut a little bit, which, you know, they tend to do that. So anyway, hopefully that's all it is. And hopefully she ends up feeling better. But it does mean that she's been home every day since Wednesday, which she's been quite good in keeping her mess quite confined, mainly because I've been an absolute Nazi with it and had her clean up after herself every chance I got. But there is still a bit of a mess throughout the house. So anyway, I am now going to eat my cold toast because I've been rambling on for ages, and then we will finally clean, and then we'll pack, and then by then Ben will have, you guessed it, finished at the gym because that's where he lives. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon.
Just the fight having gone completely out of her. Now she's sobbing. And this sweet man is helping her in her car. Which I'm also like...
Good morning, everyone. It is 6:27 a.m. on Saturday, the 14th of June. And you can see it's incredibly dark. I'm going to turn on my light because the sun has not risen just yet. So we're on our way to my good friend Julianne's house at the moment. We are picking her up because we're heading to Sydney for the day. We are attending a floral arrangement course at Pearson's School of Floristry. It's a little bit random, I know, but it's just a skill that I really, really want to have. Sorry, I've got to merge into this lane. It's just a skill that I really want to have. I struggle so much with making like pretty bouquets of flowers just for my home, not for anyone else. And so I always end up just buying a bunch of lilies and putting that in a vase. And whilst that is beautiful, do not get me wrong, I would like to step it up a notch, and I would like to mix different, you know, flowers and leaves, different textures and all of that kind of thing. So that is what I'm hoping we will learn today. We're just up for the day. I'm in a mad rush as always. I was meant to be at hers at 6:30. It is now 6:31 and I'm still about 5 minutes away. So we're not doing too bad for timing, but when we're already cutting it fine to get there on time, I'm a little bit nervous about it. Anyway, I am going to focus on driving because it is so foggy outside. Canberra has well and truly entered winter. It's honestly like a horror movie. You cannot see, besides the foliage directly on the sides of the roads, you can't see anything else. The fog is that thick. Anyway, I'm going to find us some sort of playlist to listen to just as background noise, because undoubtedly we'll be just chit-chatting the whole way. I've got a massive glass vase in the back because I think we can take our flowers home with us. Whilst I don't intend on filling that vase with water for the ride home, I thought it would be good to have something that was stable to keep the bouquets up so that Julianne doesn't have to sit with them in her lap for the drive home. So I'm hoping that the vase that I've picked is big enough for two of us, for 2 bunches of flowers. I don't know how big the bunches will be either, although given the price of this course, I'm hoping that they're substantial. But I'm really excited for today. I think it's going to be so much fun. Once I get over this stress of getting us there on time, as much as I run late, I actually hate being late. It stresses me out so much, particularly when it's something like this where there's a bunch of people. Everyone's going to be waiting for everyone to arrive, and so I don't want to delay things for everyone else. So we're trying to make up some ground. We'll see how we go, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to today.
Just call me up, say anything and I'm down. We're just like a fire. you. Anything can happen. What you think we should do? Let's not begin. We're just flying high. We're not coming down. Come right up next to me. Step side to side. I wanna sway. Yeah, we can dance the night away. Right.
Good morning, everyone. It is now Tuesday, the 17th of June. So it's been a couple of days since I have picked up the camera and vlogged anything. But as always, I do need to wrap the vlog up so I can start the new one. But I haven't showed you the finished products from my floral arranging course. And so I wanted to do that because I am just about to change the water, scrub the vases and fill them up again. So while they are in their original form, I wanted to show you. Now bear in mind, as I said, it is Tuesday. Obviously this was done Saturday. So the flowers are, what, 4 days older. So they're not looking as fresh as they did on the Saturday, but they are still beautiful. So this is the vase arrangement that we did. So I'm just gonna spin it around. Please do not ask me what any of these flowers are. I have them listed in my phone just through video footage because they did write them on the whiteboard at the front of the class. But I just love how this one turned out. And I don't think I got any footage of it, but the teacher, when she saw this arrangement, she got so excited, and then that made me excited because it made me feel as though I knew what I was doing. So it was really lovely. But I have to admit, I'm not a yellow flower person, but I do really like how this one turned out. So the course, I will link below. It was, I think it's something about colorful arrangements, which we did pick based on date and not on content. But it was such an enjoyable class and I highly recommend it. I can appreciate it's probably, oh my God, look at the state of me. I washed my hair last night, I haven't styled it. And this morning I've been rushing around the house trying to get it ready for the next open home today. So I've had zero time to focus on myself. But let me grab the other one. So this one is obviously much bigger and much heavier. So here again, you will see, I'll come closer. You can see the different flowers in it. Oh my God, please don't let me drop this. So I can appreciate, this is what I was saying before, we can get rid of you. I can appreciate it's a little bit random to do a floral arranging course. And I have to admit, it was never anything that I had planned on doing, but what had happened was I had gone to the markets. It would have been a couple of months ago now, and I really wanted to do an elaborate floral arrangement for home, and for no particular reason at all, other than I just felt like making my house a little bit prettier. Anyway, I was at the markets and I had all of these beautiful flowers in front of me and I had no idea where to start. And so what ended up happening was I did what I always do and I just left with, I'll try and show you the top of the bouquet as well. Look how pretty it is. I love it, honestly, I'm obsessed. Anyway, I ended up doing what I always do, and that was just getting a bunch of lilies and bringing them home, cutting them down to the appropriate length, and that was it. And so I had this moment where I was like, you know what? Why don't I just learn how to do this properly? Like I just felt so frustrated because like I said, I really just felt this need to do something elaborate and I just had no idea where to start. And so I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I could just learn the skill. I could just do a quick course, learn enough to kind of get by and do it myself. And so I reached out to Julianne, my friend that came with me, and I said to her, I'm like, what do you think of this? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So that's how we ended up doing the course. I hadn't heard of Pearson's, the floral school before I ended up Googling, you know, floral arranging classes. But it is, what led me to them is the fact that they actually teach you, so they do a certificate in floristry, I think it's called. So if you want to be a career florist, there is the option. So I really liked the idea of doing a floral arranging course at an actual school rather than just at a florist. And so that's why we picked that one, long story short. And honestly, I had a look the other day, and there's, because they offer 3 different courses, and I wanted to look at the dates of the other ones to see whether it would be something I would do. And I am honestly contemplating it, because I just had such an enjoyable day. That is what I got up to on the weekend. Like I said, I'm going to pour out the water now. I'm going to clean the vases, I've got to retrim the flowers, and then I'm going to have a bit of a play around. And honestly, the bouquets probably won't change too much just because I do like what I've done already, but they might be tweaked a little bit as I'm, you know, trimming and all of that kind of thing. But I just really wanted to show you that honestly, I can't take myself seriously. Like, my hair is like falling out. I've only got my little hair clip, and it's just not enough to pin back my hair when it hasn't been straightened. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this off here. I don't think you need to see much more of me in this state, but thank you so much for watching, especially if you got this far. And also thank you to the new subscribers that have joined over the past couple of vlogs. I really appreciate having you here, but until next time,